So we're just going to show you the stretch that accompanies the hip flexor release that we've just been doing with the foam roller and the ball. So you do that first perhaps for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe a bit longer if you're really, really tight, and then we're going to perform this stretch, okay? This is quite a really quite aggressive stretch, and you'll see that I'm actually quite tight myself, and I should probably do a bit more of this sort of thing myself. Anyway, this is what we're going to do. So you need a wall, and I would also suggest that you use something like a towel or a cushion, or I've got a folded up blanket here to pad your knee out, because it does put quite a bit of pressure through your knee. So this goes against the, just sort of butting up to the wall there, okay? And then we're going to stretch out my right hip flexor again here. So what we do, we just bring this right knee sort of really as close to the wall as we can, okay? And you'll see that my shin, my foot, are now lining up or resting against the wall, okay? So that's phase one of this stretch. We're then going to bring this left leg forward as if we're doing a lunge, okay? So forward it comes, and I have to sort of position it forward. So foot onto the floor, okay? So we're kind of in this position. And then now we have this kind of, this process where we have to try and get the trunk upright and towards the wall, so we get this nice big stretch down the front of the thigh. So what we do is we just bring the hands up onto the knee, onto this left knee. So here we go. So, and as you can see, as I start to lift up my trunk, we're going to get more stretch out of here. Now, as you can see, I'm quite tight, and what I tend to do, and what some of you guys might do, is that you might cheat and just give into your back. So my back's quite flexible down here, so what I tend to do, I will hinge on my back, and as you can see, I've got this big sort of C curve in here, which ideally isn't great from a point of view that might make your back uncomfortable. My back's okay, it's okay for my back, it's fine, I know my back well, so that's okay, I can cope with that, but you guys might not. So to get the best out of this stretch, what you need to do is, as you come up, if you feel that your back is starting to curl like that, just stop, and I want to consciously squeeze your butt, okay, so that we get this tucking under effect of the hip. So if I just use my hands, you can see, hopefully we do that sort of manoeuvre we want to try and do. And as you do that, you'll get a much stronger stretch at the front of the thigh, rather than just hoiking the trunk back. And you see I can get my trunk up there, but that's hinging on my spine. As I say, for my back it's okay, I can cope with that, but it might not be the same for your back. So the better way of doing it is come down a little bit, just tuck under, squeeze the butt, get that stretch. You'll feel it really strong at the front of that hip, and then you can just hold there. For me, I should really just stay here, take a few breaths, and really try and just get that good stretch in the front of the hip, rather than cheating and coming up here. But the more flexible you become, I should be able to get my back against the wall without hinging at my back. So I can do it not too bad, but I've really got to think about tucking under my bum and really keeping my spine nice and long. So that's a really good stretch. Hip flexor, also the quad, but just remember to pad out your knee, okay? And we're coming up, and we're going to hold that for a minimum of a minute, if you can tolerate it. It's quite strong, so you may well have to work your way. You might even just start off here, okay? But again, squeezing the bum, getting that hip stretch, rather than coming up too early, okay? So this one you need to do quite carefully. Make sure you get the technique right, okay? Fantastic, enjoy that one. Yeah, I need to do it more myself. Okay.